Is going to be Christian rock concerts.
Is it okay to listen to Christian rock music? It's a good question because you asked it. So here's our answer.
Rock music is just music.
Rock music has always held a controversial position in pop culture, mostly due to its anti-establishment, drugs, sex, and rock and roll reputation. Because of that reputation, it's no surprise that the idea of Christian rock has often raised eyebrows from both sides of the aisle.
Wait a minute. See, the lyrics in the album tell you how to summon the demons.
The music is in German, so you would not understand it.
Why are you getting all high and mighty on me?
We are starting with the basic understanding that the term Christian rock refers to songs with a rock musical style and lyrics that deal primarily with themes connected to living as a Christian.
All right, I'm going to juice up the lyric factory and lay down some vocals.
One of the things to keep in mind is that art forms cannot be inherently good or bad in and of themselves. How an art form is used is what determines if the art honors God or doesn't. Even within the Bible, we find poetry, wisdom literature, and letters. All of those literary genres together are like a well-stocked toolkit for connecting the character of God to the full spectrum of human experience.
We play rock music, and we just call it Let Her Rip.
So if we know that God has revealed himself using different writing styles before, it's likely he would continue to use a multitude of art forms. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Burst into jubilant song with music. Make music to the Lord with the harp and the sound of singing, with the trumpets and the blast of the ram's horn. Shout for joy before the Lord, the King. These days, we might be able to echo that same heart by saying make music to the Lord with guitar solos, with drums, and the sound of singing.
She and her girlfriends used to sit and swoon endlessly over the sentimental lyrics and velvety voice.
Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Although this clarifies that Christian rock can be beneficial to your faith, it's important to note that this doesn't mean it always will be. With any media, we have to ask ourselves if it's producing the fruit of the Spirit within us. If a song is producing love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and or self-control in your life, well then it's appropriate for you to listen to.
But can you prove it?
That truth has been proved by countless testimonies of those who have listened to Christian rock, stories that every band and fan could tell by the hundreds.
So one of the board members comes up to me and he says, "Hey, I can't tell the difference between Christian rock and secular rock anymore."
These basic principles apply to Christian rock, but you can also apply it to any other kind of music. Rock songs by those who do not identify as Christian may or may not be appropriate for you to listen to. You must use your spiritual discernment.
No. I just want to talk to you about your music. Sure.
If it's a song on mainstream radio, but it's still in some way producing the fruit in your heart, then it's okay to listen to it. God is powerful enough that nothing is beyond his ability to use. He doesn't need a song to be, quote, Christian in order to touch your heart and change you for the better. Now, the flip side of this, if you find a song influencing you to be resentful, despairing, aggravated, angry, bitter, selfish, harsh, or feeding damaging sin patterns, well, then it's probably not wise to listen to it.
Please, God, don't let him quote lyrics.
Whether it has a Christian label on it or not. As believers, we are called to guard our hearts, which means being aware and intentional of both what we put in our hearts and what is coming out of them. The bottom line here, if it seems overwhelming to gauge how something is affecting you, remember that you don't have to do it alone. Ask God for wisdom. Try talking to a trusted family member or friend who knows you well enough to help identify how a song may be interacting with your spirit.
You caught me listening to Christian rock.
Yeah!
And that was the answer to the question, is it okay to listen to Christian rock music? Make sure to thumb, sub, hit the cowbell, and turn up the volume.